Howdy, welcome back to Brand Murphy Garage. It's time we finally start getting this 4165 Holley cleaned and get ready to put on the Trans Am. I got myself a thing of Berryman's Kim Dip, so we just got to remove a couple more things off the carburetor here, and we'll start cleaning this bad boy. I gotta go ahead and get these floats and stuff out, so they're held on by the little E-clip right there, so you just pop them out, and those floats should come right out with ease. All right, floats and springs are out, along with the needles. And there's the two little E-clips. So now we're gonna go ahead and get the pumpers off, and we got a couple things we gotta do out there on the metering block, and we'll be good to start soaking this stuff. All right, now time to move on to the metering blocks here and get those jets and that power valve out. All right, the jets and the power valve are out. I will be reusing the jets. The Holley kit comes with a new power valve, so that will be replaced. Not going to use that anymore. So let's go ahead and start getting some of this stuff soaking in the Berrymans. All right, there we go. There's kind of all the hardware. I'm just going to go ahead and put this in there, and then I'll lay in the bowls and the metering blocks on top of it. All right, start with this. Yes, get clean, get clean. And we'll just load in everything else around it. Try to get it all in there if I can. There. Call that good. Submerge. That's close enough. That works. All right. We'll let that go for about an hour, and then I might scrub all that stuff down. And after that, we'll get a container to put the main body and the throttle plate there and something, and then we'll dump that in and have that get clean. So first round, we're going to do about an hour, let that soak, get clean. Have this stuff soaking in here for about an hour. Time to get it out. I'll get it over here, and if I need to, I'll scrub some of it and put it back in. Okay, I'm gonna take my my scrub brush over there, start scrubbing most of this stuff down, and then some of the little stuff I'm probably not gonna touch again. It's looking pretty good, but the bigger pieces that need a little bit more attention, such as these fine pieces here, especially these bowls. We're going to hit that with the brush and then soak them again for another hour, and then we'll move on to getting that done. All right, I got these bad boys all nice and dried off, and honestly, the finish on them is looking pretty good. Not going to lie, it's looking a lot better than looking like that. So I'm going to let these air dry over the night. I wiped most of it down with the rag, but any extra moisture, I'm just gonna let it air dry. And then tomorrow I'll get a container to put these two things in, and we'll soak that and that. I'll get the main parts all cleaned up. But yeah, I gotta take these O-rings out. I'll let them dry up, and then I'll pick them out tomorrow. But yeah, all right, to be continued. Right, now we're gonna go ahead and clean the last couple of pieces. So I went ahead and got this little bucket. We're gonna dump the Berrymans in here, and hopefully it'll be enough to cover all of that. And we'll let that sit for about an hour, do some scrubbing, see how it turns out, and then probably do another round. So it actually ended up not really working out, putting both in the same bucket. So we're gonna let that one soak for about an hour. Then we'll pour the Berrymans in there, let the throttle plate soak, and we'll clean that up and see how they go after that. So my rebuild kit still isn't here, but there's a few things that we can do before it does, like getting the float back into the bowl. As you can see, I already did one, so let's do this other one, and I'll show you how to get that done. First thing you're going to want to do is get the spring put back onto the float. Once you got the spring on the float, we're going to go ahead and take this guy right here, put it back on. Boom. Now you're going to take your needle, and you're going to put it in with the little metal piece right here, I don't know what this is called, but have that facing out. So it'll look like that. All right, now you're gonna put your float in. So it'll be like that. All right, and then you gotta put your little E-clip back on the outside here, and then that's done. And boom, just like that, your bowls are ready to go back on. I'm gonna go ahead and put our jets back in here. We'll be getting a new power valve in the kit whenever it arrives. All right, so our size 83 jets go into the secondary metering block. Tighten that down. Right, is that 83? Yep, size 83. And then these size 60s go into our primary. All right, then I'm gonna take my screwdriver. Now they do make a tool specifically for jets, but I found just a flathead works just the same. We're gonna tighten those down, and we'll come back out and check on the main body of the carburetor here in a bit. Well, my rebuild kit actually just showed up at the front door. Perfect timing. So I went ahead, got these all cleaned down and wiped up the best I can. I don't think they're going to get much better than what they are like this. So let me go grab that rebuild kit and we'll start putting this back together. All right, we got the butterflies back in. Time to put the gasket on and mount these pieces up. All right, once you made it up with the new gasket, you tighten down these 8 screws here. And then we can start moving on to putting on the gaskets for the metering blocks. Yeah, so let's get that done. All right, I'm gonna do the secondary side first. Here's the new gasket for it. We line up everything on here. Looks good. We're gonna take our little, whatever you want to call this, put it back in there. Boom. And then we can start mating. All right, we just put our gasket on there like so. And then we can put the bowl on. But I have one more thing I gotta do to the bowl. I kind of forgot. Gotta put the pumper in. All right, so the secondary is the deeper one. So we're gonna go ahead, put that guy on there. And then we'll put the spring on. And then we're gonna go ahead and mount this to the bowl. There it is. Let's get her on. Okay, and there we go. So it's looking good. Everything's made it up correctly. So let's get this, let's get the primary side done, and this should be pretty much good to go. Got the new power valve in there, so let's go ahead and, oh, I gotta get that old gasket off, one sec. Okay, how about now? All right, let's go ahead and get this thing in, and then we'll move on to the bowl. Just like with the other bowl, I'm gonna go ahead and get the new pumper in. All right, and got my new O-rings on my tube here, so I'm just gonna go ahead and stab this guy in right here. Maybe. Whoa, needs a little effort, hang on. There we go. I just didn't want to bend this tube. But now we're gonna put that bowl on, and should pretty much be done, aside from putting our squirters back in. So let's get that done. And there it is, one rebuilt 4165 Holley carb. Should have a video coming out soon of us putting this on the 83 Trans Am. I think this would be a nice upgrade to what I have right now, which is a 650 4175 vacuum secondary. So now I'll have a double pumper. So thank you all for watching. If you like this video, give me a thumbs up. If you're not doing it yet, go ahead and subscribe to the channel. We're doing some cool stuff with my Trans Am. And, you know, leave a comment down below on how you think this carb is going to run on my car. So I think it'll be a very nice addition to that 334 stroker we got in there. All right, thank you all for watching. See you in the next one. Peace.